Attendance has been a statewide issue for so long, after COVID. We were trying to figure out ways to get these kids re-engaged, get the families engaged.
As a school counselor, my role is to support students with their academics, with their attendance, with their behavior. We're really here in the school to provide that social emotional support to help students do well academically. But attendance is a huge piece of that, and if students aren't coming to school, then they're not learning what they need to be learning. So we do everything we can to help support students in really a myriad of ways.
I would say key aspects are helping develop the systems that we have today, because we have about 700 students, and it can be difficult to track that if we don't have those systems. Also using the way that we identify students with the data, it's easy to kind of dig deeper and maybe uncover some other needs that they might have.
All right, you guys, we're gonna kick off the circle. Usually we do gratitude, something we're proud of. What did we do last week? Do you all remember?
We have partnerships with resources like the Embodied Leadership Group. So if there's students who have a specific struggle and we don't necessarily have the capacity to provide that support, we can look to them to connect them with that support.
They wasn't just teachers, when you come to school, it's like, that's my teacher, that's my principal, that's my counselor. This guy, we had a connection, It was like a friendship, a bond built up from months.
At a school that's got a lot of at-risk youth in general, we have the kids that are either shut down and they're not participating, and so they're not all disruptors, but they're not able to keep up with the class. So I think that's the nuts and bolts, is we were feeding this deep need of these kids. We gave them actual tools and exercises to identify what their yeses and what their nos are. It's really important that was a huge message, to not leave themselves out, and that the same skill set of actively listening to what someone else has to say is the same skill set that we can apply to ourselves to find out what our truth is.
Other work that we've done around attendance and re-engagement, I think it comes back to the relationship and building a sense of belonging. What I've learned most in the last 2 years with families is really building a sense of trust with them, building that relationship. They're sending their most valuable asset to you every day at school and really trusting you to care for their child. And so for me, it always comes back to the relationship.
So when we were first hired, there was a vision to incorporate the culture and traditions and families. And I think a lot of us, because our team, we're already community members, so we already have these relationships.
We're related to everyone, even if they're not family, we're still related in a way. I mean, we're all a tight community here, and we're all family. We consider ourselves family.
I felt so fortunate to have a team that was placed here before I arrived due to a re-engagement grant from the community. And we came up with what is called the GOAT Rubric. Then once a month we have an assembly, honor students that are doing well in the GOAT Rubric. It is very big for them to have. They love to have their certificates. Those award assemblies, no matter when we have them, and we'll call out to all the parents, but they'll take off work. The cousins, the aunties, they will come to our gym and they'll support the students. It's magical to see how the families will show up for their students. That is something that is really important for the community.